We're going to make a barbecue sauce, a homemade barbecue sauce. Let me take this off of here. And we're going to be using a few ingredients that you probably never used before to make a barbecue sauce. And the first one is apple butter. I'm going to use jarred apple butter. I've already used it for a coffee cake, which turned out fantastic. And now I'm going to use it to make a barbecue sauce. And we're going to be using Fireball cinnamon whiskey, and that ought to really oomph it up. But first things first. First, we have about a tablespoon of oil in here. We're just going to swirl it on the bottom of the pan, just a little bit like that. And then we're going to add 3 cloves of minced garlic. And we're going to add half a onion, large onion, diced. And I'm going to go cook it on the stove on medium heat and for, let me see, about 10 minutes or so. And then after that, I'm going to add the booze. So I'll be right back. Let me see, is this blurry or not? Oh, okay. I'll be back in 10. Okay, we have our onions and garlic that I simmered here. Just until the onions, softened up a little bit. Can you see that? I don't know if my glasses are foggy or dirty. Or if my camera's going. One or the other. Could be both. It's pretty old. Now I'm going to add Fireball cinnamon whiskey to the pan. And I did have a shot of this, and it is like strong. And it says to use a half a cup, and I'm not really sure how much that is. I don't know if this is a half a cup or not. It could be, but I don't know. But just in case, I'll add a little bit more. 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is of Kessler's. Just to give it that extra, oomph, just to make sure it's right. So now I'm going to stick this back on the stove, and I'm going to bring it to a short, quick boil. Not even a boil, just a nice, up to a little boil, which won't take long. And then I'm going to reduce the heat. I'm going to just simmer it on medium-low for 10 minutes. And I also cooked the onions and garlic on medium-low. I tried high, but I don't want the garlic to get burnt, so I turned it down. So there you go. I'll go put this back on the stove, and I will be back to mix together our other ingredients. I'll be right back. Okay, while my onions and garlic and my Fireball whiskey and a few shots of regular whiskey is simmering on the stove, I'm going to mix together the next few ingredients, which is 1.5 cups of apple butter. And like I said, you can use your own, or if you got your own, make some. If you don't, if you have your own that you made, use it. If you want to make some, go ahead and try it. It's not hard to do. Otherwise, you can buy some. Most grocery stores do carry it, especially this time of the year. And I do like this brand. I like their apple juice. I like their apple butter, whatever. It's a good product. So there you go. And then I'm going to add a half a cup of ketchup. And I like Heinz. I don't like any other ketchup, so use whatever you have. I'm just picky about my ketchup. Always have been. And I'll put that in there. I have a 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar that I have spilled here several times. There we go. Yeah, let's just mix this together nicely. Yeah. never made this before, so I'm actually kind of anxious to try it. I'm going to put it in my refrigerator overnight. I won't be using it until probably tomorrow. So, sometimes they're better if it sits for a little bit anyway. I think. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. The good stuff. And a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Let me move you over. Just plop you in. I suppose I could have used a bigger bowl. Oh well. And we have a teaspoon of ground mustard, and it says a teaspoon of cayenne pepper flakes, which I did not have. So what I am going to use is, I just picked this up. It's ancho chili pepper. Oh, there we go. By McCormick. We'll give it a try. Why not? A teaspoon of that. And I'm just going to put that in and get it out. And we have a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper. Well, salt didn't want to come out. There we go. There we go. Teaspoon of each. And now I'm going to just lightly stir it. And my onion mixture over there should be done by now. Stir that in, and I'm going to go get that off the stove and put down this towel here that's all kind of messed up. Be right back. There we go. Swirl it around here, and now I'm going to add this mixture into this. Oh, that makes quite a bit. It really does. Okay. Oh, I tell you, never comes. I'm surprised I'm not full of Worcestershire sauce or something right now. Ketchup. Oh, that tastes pretty good. Quick stir this, and we are going to put this on medium-low heat. I'm going to let this simmer uncovered for 30 minutes. Oh. And then I'm going to taste it. Well, I don't believe I am really making a mess here. Let's get this on the stove. And then after 30 minutes, I'm going to give it a taste. If it tastes fine, that's wonderful. If it needs more sugar, I'll add a little bit more sugar. And if not, I'm just going to leave it. And I'm going to pour it into this big jar here that I have, the nice cover. Let it cool. Put it in my refrigerator, and I'm going to use it probably tomorrow on some ribs. I'm going to grill out. So there we go. I'll be right back. Well, I'll be back in 30. I am going to go get my barbecue sauce so I can put it in this jar so it can cool, and then I can refrigerate it. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this jar and I'm going to run it under hot water. That way when I add the barbecue sauce, I don't have to worry about the jar cracking and making a big mess. So I'll be right back. There we go. this number. And it's nice and thick. Really turned out good. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Yummy. I don't know if I can get any closer to that. I don't think we can without burning our fingers. But this is it. Oh, look at it. Be nice sauce. Yeah, okay. Well, before I spill it all over the counter, let's try to do this without too much grief. Yeah. There. Nice and thick. Really flavorful. It tasted good when I was trying it. I'm gonna let it cool and then try it again. Kinda. There we go. And this is our apple butter barbecue sauce with ketchup, brown sugar, onion, garlic, Fireball whiskey, a little extra whiskey, and some seasonings. And I don't have a lot more in there, so I think I'm just gonna ladle it like this real nice. But I can show it. Oh, there's never else. Put that in there. Just have a little bit left in this pan. I'm going to see if I can get it a little close up here. Look at that. How nice and thick that is. See how nice. And it will thicken too as it cools. It always does. There. And I'm going to let that cool and put it in the refrigerator. Fireball apple butter barbecue sauce. Yum, yummy. Nice and thick. Very good. Oh. Like I said, some left in there. Scoop that into another container. Small container. This would be good, really good with those meatballs. Yeah. Instead of grape jelly meatballs, I think these would be better. Oh, that's got a nice little taste. There you go. Fireball apple butter barbecue sauce. Try it. See you again here on In the Kitchen with Lynn.